In this one, we're looking at Power Up Letdown by Courier. Right, okay, so let's have a go. Oh, I've already messed up this. Right. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep trying to do this stuff, because I'm not very good at doing it, I'll be honest. Oh, I've done it again. Go, 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 go. Oh, wait. Oh, God. So yeah, the idea is to if you get a power up, you die. It is interesting, I must admit. It is an interesting idea. Right. With the next section. Right. Right, now. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, one thing I'm struggling with this is you're it's really easy to lose track of where everything is, because it's like you got to keep. It's like you're focusing on multiple things at the same. I mean, for example, in this bit, you got all the you got power ups. You got the two mushrooms that are coming after you. You got the two flowers coming down constantly. Then you got the donut blocks. So it's like you got, and then you got the track section. So it's hard to focus. It's easy to lose like your focus on it. Do you know what I mean? Which means I'm pretty damn bad at this. Oh my god. Skip that bit. Some of the changes I made, a lot of it's just to make the level. It's to make it so that you're not, so the player doesn't get distracted. Why ain't that working? Normally when you jump, it works. And we'll go on. There's no point me trying to do this. So it'll be a disaster. We'll be able. Oh god, there's too much. Alright, there we go. So I guess it's only when you're jumping at music blocks. So that... Oh no, what's happened? I was jumping. Right. It is a cool idea though. I like this ending as well. Oh, no, wait. There we go. Right. Remembering what I've changed is going to be difficult because it's little things. It's like lots of little things. So we'll go to my version. Right. Why haven't I done? Oh, and I've messed up already. They should not be there. You'll understand why in a minute. So, block one lower. Oh, I guess I added I didn't realise. So I've added music block training, so it's like in a safe environment, just so players get used to the music blocks before going into the meat of the level, which is this. I don't know why I did that for. Oh, block one high, that's where I'm going. So next, I've added donut block training. So again, nice safe area. You can't die. It gives players like an idea of how long the donut blocks will last before again putting them in that dangerous situation. Because there's one issue I had with the original design. It's not so much the design itself. I think it was you were sort of chucked in the deep end pretty quickly, which wasn't that was some idea I wasn't keen on. Um, Subblock one, building gap. Yeah, you had a gap there. Couldn't I mean I never really died from it, but I blocked it up anyway because I didn't want to kill people then. Again, I wanted to get. So now we got the donut blocks. Before it was in a safe area. Now we got them where if you do stand around too long, you will die. They'll go down with the donut blocks. So yeah, it's sort of like an increasing, like taking like an idea and then making it more and more challenging. But that training bit I've just gone through up to this point is really important. Subblock 2, this is here. You'll remember here there was 3 fire flower, I suppose you could call them enemies, but there was 3 fire flowers on tracks. I've deleted 2 because it was difficult. That was a difficult thing to do. Also, I might as well say it now since I'm going to be going through this level. Is I've also removed the auto scroll completely because in my opinion, this level plays far better without auto scroll, where you can move at your own pace and you're not like restricted by the camera. Because a lot of the deaths came from trying to keep the donut blocks from going down, I don't know if you intended that, but I didn't like it. I wasn't keen on that. It's really iffy. It's like you got to really smash that B button consistently when waiting for like power ups. But if you like here, I can sort of time my run, wait for the and get it like that, then move at my own pace. I thought it was better than that being sort of pushed by the camera. So I've removed the auto scroll. So I've done that. So the reason I got rid of these 2 fire flowers because again I wanted to ease people into it. So this is like an introduction to the power up enemy that you got. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to get past, but this now they've had training with the music blocks, the donut blocks, and now we've been introduced to the old concept for this, which is the power ups as enemies. So I mean, I know you did that in the start. You had that little face and a sad face, like you had power ups and then equal sign and a sad face. That's great. Some players might twig that. A lot of players will just go straight past that and not even give it a second thought. Just to warn you there. It's always best to do it like mechanically in a level. So block 3. It's all should be all little things from now. From Fireflower. Little change here. These fire flowers were really fast. Had wings in them. I've took away the wings because you've not only got the 2 fire flowers, which is twice as much as there, but you've also got these feathers. And I didn't want to overdo it. You want a slightly increasing difficulty throughout the level. To me, you started off really difficult, especially for a new concept like this, and then you went to an even a far more difficult section here. I mean, you had so much more going on here, so I've just decreased it a bit more doable. Shall I say that now? I might as well mention it now. What I've done before, you had random. Well, at least it didn't seem to have any order really, but there was like you had some music blocks were like this, and they had like coins in them. I've gotten rid of them all. and I've made it so it's just the only ones where with these sort of music blocks, the instrument blocks, they're only where the tracks are, and that's to sort of try and give a visual indication of where danger is. So the only coloured music blocks are where the tracks are. And I'm going to say that as well. I've also removed all your coins that you had in the level, especially the ones on the tracks because they were very distracting. You know, I would have really so I've gotten rid. So to summarise, I've gotten rid of all the coins you had like on tracks and stuff, and like randomly placed. I've got coins on it, but they're all in safe areas at the start and the end of each section. I've also gotten rid of, like I said, I got rid of the coloured music blocks that were just like randomly placed with coins in them, just so it's cleaner. Always you get that really cluttered look, and then a level like this where you got to try and keep track of like things on tracks and your donut blocks and stuff like that. It can become too much. A lot of the deaths I had when I first played the original level, and I still do, like I just showed you, is because I'm not watching the right things. My attention's being sort of dragged all over the place. So with this, it's a lot easier to see what's ahead and to focus on it. Anyway, we shall go to the next section. You had an arrow here. I got rid of it. Um, Mainly because I didn't see the point. The only thing I could think of is you wanted an arrow so players would run across here, but I don't know. I think actually that may have been why you had this here. I'll tell you what. If we do that, right? See, yeah, we're doing that then. Having a gap there instead of in. Screw it. We'll do what you had in the middle. I don't think you could dive anyway. I didn't realise that could have been used as a training. Yeah, okay, we'll have that. So now with that there, now the player now knows that you can run across gaps, so the arrow is not needed. Let's face it, you can't get lost, can you? So there's only one way to go. Next, deleted arrow sub 7. So that's one. What we're done. Deleted arrow. I think. I don't know. I think there's an arrow here again around this bit, but again, I've gotten rid of it for the same reason. You don't need it. And yeah, I've again for like almost like a visual indication for the danger. So with the flower, for the I'll play it. So as you can see, where the feathers come down, I've got mushroom platforms going down too. Yeah, just to help the player realise. Plus, I think it looks quite nice. I don't know. So I added that. It's just to warn players that there's something there, Like I've done with the music blocks, like the coloured music blocks. What else? I'm not sure where you had them because I can't remember. But I've gotten rid of some one-way platforms. I'm really not. It might have been here. Like no, it wouldn't have been there, would they? Well, wherever they were, I got rid of them. I think I got rid of all you. Other than a couple, I got rid of most of your one-way platforms because most of them didn't have any purpose. It didn't do anything. And I've just used, I've kept with your theme, which is the music blocks. I think the music blocks look far better than the one-way platforms. If there's one thing I don't like about one-way platforms, is ugly as hell. So only put them in your levels if you absolutely have to. If there's a workaround, do it. And I know you could say that's preference, but I don't. I honestly don't care about that. One-way platforms do not look good in this. Um, they could have done a lot better with them, the way they look anyway. Um, Okay, so what next? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've gotten rid of some more one-way platforms here. Again, I think they were here instead of the music blocks. Or it was up here somewhere, I don't know. But either way, they weren't needed again, like I said. Oh yeah, so it says there, I've replaced one-way platforms with music note blocks. So like I say, you had the music blocks anyway. I thought, it's much better to keep with the theme. Especially if they're not doing anything. Don't know what I went in there for. Shouldn't have done that. Oh yeah, I got come here next actually. So, um, so what I've done here, you had mushroom blocks. Like you had like mushrooms all the way down here. The problem with that was, upon exiting this door, it meant you had only a few seconds to react, and that's not great. You want to give them players more on that because if someone dies there because they didn't react fast enough, like within a couple of seconds, that's going to feel cheap. So by doing this, it means they've got a bit more time. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing that. Never. Ideally, you don't want any danger to be around doors or pipes that you exit. So I think that's enough time. It's just enough time, I think. And then, oh yeah, again here I've done the visual thing for the feathers. So they're going to come over here, and they're going to see that. Um, and that's that. And that's everything. So to give you an idea of how different this plays, I'm going to play through this version. What I've done is I've cleaned up the what I consider to be like a clutter, where like you had all the coins going around tracks, all like the visual distractions. I didn't think they were a good idea, so I don't think you intended that to be that. I think you're just there to collect if you wanted them, but they were distracting in a level where it was auto scroll. It was, you had donut blocks, you had the power ups on tracks. It was so much going on. So what I've done, I'm going to show you what it is like now without auto scroll and all this, with the changes I made. I should personally fare a lot better. So we get past this bit. The only downside of this bit is that I was kind of wanting to put a checkpoint after this bit, so players didn't have to keep going through that. But I don't think I could if I decided against it. I don't know why. Maybe I forgot. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, I must admit, it's a lot better in my opinion now that I can control the speed that I'm going at, so I can wait. It's still intense because Oh no. Oh, I was hoping to do that then. Oh well, we'll continue. There we go. Can I get it? Ah, I missed it. That was close. Okay. There we go. You'll notice I'm doing a lot better now. But I don't like that, but I couldn't really think of a way around that. I don't like. I mean, it's not very good when you have to force players to go small. You see that mushroom there is kind of like an auto scroll anyway. But, oh no, I'm in trouble here. I'm in trouble. There we go, dead. That's also a problem actually. The only thing worse than making players get stuck is actually getting them stuck so they have to quit out. I didn't notice that, so we'll leave that for now. Oh, that's awkward. That is. Let's start from down here and do this again. Right, there we go. Ooh. Okay. Beat it! No, we can... Oh my god. I'm still having trouble with this, but it's a lot. It's not as bad. See, now, at least when I'm dying, it's me. Well, that was the case before, I suppose, but it didn't feel like it. It was like I was being... Oh, there we go. Now forget what I just said then. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, this is not going as well as I've been now. Oh well, as you can see, I'm not great at this anyway. But I don't know. I think with less visual clutter, I think it's clearer. You can. Why is that like that then? I don't know why these spikes are here. Frankly, what's that? Oh, that's fine. I would probably get rid of the spikes, to be honest. You don't need them though. Who's gonna jump? You know. So yeah, that's my version anyway. Made a few more changes than I usually would, but I sort of got into it. And once I started, I wasn't going to stop. Anyway, that's that, I suppose. We'll share the other version. Is that the right one? Doesn't matter anyway, both the same ID. There you go. I mean, yeah, definitely a cool mechanic. I've never thought of using the power ups as bad before. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to do a similar level, but I might do that as like an alternate route. That idea would be cool. Like, if you have like a traditional level, you could have like a secret where if you get the power up before getting to the secret, you would fall down to the other part of the level. So, in some Mario games they have like routes for like small Mario and then some for big Mario, and you can like sort of choose which one you go for. Or you can only go in ones you know. I don't know what one it is. I think it was like maybe Super Mario. Maybe not actually. I'm like miles away here, but I know in some Mario games you can get like a power that makes you really small, so you can go through small gaps. I think it's a 3D games actually. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll stop rambling now, as I'm going to be doing this. This video we've gone forever. So anyway, that's that. Thanks for the level. It's cool, and I'll see you next time.